I think the convenience to the downtown area. I'm an attorney and I work downtown, so I think that's the biggest advantage for me is convenience. I can get to the courts, I can get to the downtown facilities relatively simple and without a lot of wasting a lot of time.
I don't know, really. I just seen it and it was fine.
Okay.
The price was right.
No.
Never right for a while.
No. The price was right, but I mean, I could still afford to live in the suburbs. I just like it here. However, one thing I would say that the longer I live here, the more I appreciate it.
Okay.
You develop a sense of the architecture and how valuable it is. You really do.
Okay.
Now, I have the opposite point of view.
Okay.
The longer I live here, the more I want to move out to Grosse Pointe.
Gross. Now, of all the places.
Another 70 years and she'll have gone.
I have 13 steps. See this? That I have to go upstairs. I have 13 steps that I have to go downstairs. There's no way you can have a bedroom downstairs. And I don't find that Detroit has many amenities
I agree.
like Grosse Pointe.
Also, it's the amenities that one. Okay.
The amenities are important, like a coffee house you could walk to or
Right.
drive to and find a parking space nearby.
Right.
Like little energy. I want energy.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I've been saying that, but I'm not moving.
Right.
I'm not. My life is here.
We didn't know about Lafayette Park until I was introduced to it by not so close friend. But as soon as we came here, we thought this was it. And Jim can walk to work, so it's great.
I work over at Cranes and it's about a 12-minute walk. And if that former Stroh's building wasn't there, it'd be a 5-minute walk.
Right.
But I would disagree with the claim that there's more amenities in the Grosse Pointes. I mean, there's one of the Grosse Pointes has little shops you can walk to, but from here, we can walk down to Campus Martiets. I can walk to a baseball game. I can walk to Park Plaza. Plus, even if I have to get in a car, to go up to DIA or the DSO probably means a drive, but
It's very close.
it's very close. We'll be home in 15 minutes after a concert.
Right.
And it makes it much easier to say, well, sure, let's get a subscription and go to a series because we know we can go and get back. And we were in Detroit once before and lived at one of the northern suburbs. And I had said I really don't want to do the I-75 commute again.
Yes.
We thought about Ann Arbor as a more international community with all the students there, but that's an hour into the sun each way.
Right.
Good weather, an hour.
Right.
And we said, forget that. I'll admit that the building architecture wasn't what drew me so much as the landscape architecture involved here. When we started looking for housing, it was clear from the real estate agents that a lot of Michiganders have to live on the water.
Right.
I didn't grow up here. That doesn't appeal. But being surrounded by green is a big deal to me.
Right.
That's what I was looking for. And the trees and the greenery involved in living here and feeling like you're living. Lafayette Park is a park.
Right.
And living in that was very appealing.
Okay. Are you a Detroiter or are you
We came from Brooklyn.
New
We were
York?
living in New York for the past 4 years.
Okay.
And my sister actually lives here in Lafayette Park. And she's been here for, I think maybe 4 or 5 years. And I came to visit her a couple years ago when I really liked Lafayette Park. And my husband and I knew that we wanted to leave New York because we just couldn't afford to live there with a child.
Right.
And we thought about a couple places, but we decided that would be that try Detroit. One of the other places that we were thinking about moving to was going to be Northern Virginia, right outside of DC, which is where my parents live.
Okay.
But that's just sort of a very suburban kind of. There's some nice suburbs, but I just feel like the suburbs are very cold and sterile. You don't know your neighbors. You spend a lot of time in your house, in your car. And when I came here, this was exactly the type of place that I thought would be amazing for a kid to grow up. I was just talking to my neighbors over here. There's always kids out on the playground. It's just a totally different environment than a lot of I haven't seen a lot of towns that have this kind of something like this to offer, like a neighborhood like this.
Right.
So, I mean, I really fell in love with it when I came to visit.
So you would say that Lafayette Park is a child-friendly environment?
Yeah, definitely. Currently, I mean, I think a lot of the older and residents that have been here for a long time really love to see that there are new kids here. I think it's child-friendly in the sense that it feels very safe and enclosed. There's always people watching. You know, I mean, right now people are watching us.
Right.
I'm sure across the way from their glass houses.
All right.
So it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely totally child-friendly.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem.
All right.
We hope you enjoy your train ride. From this point, ladies and gentlemen,